Hello and welcome to another video where today, have we done this? I think we did this on the other channel. We did a little bit of a book shop with me. I forget where the camera is on this new camera, the lens. Okay, I'm looking at you here. But what we're going to be doing today, actually a number of days, is a big book shop. I don't know what we're calling it, but that's what it is. We're going to be going to Powell's City of Books, the largest independent bookstore in the world. I always forget it. I think it's in the world. We loves it. I have me a good amount of credit and I'm planning on spending it, okay? And then we'll go to Barnes & Noble and a little Amazon shop. It's gonna be a big haul, so let's go. So one of the reasons is, if you've been following me on Goodreads, okay, I'm so sorry. There's been like no update whatsoever because I have not been reading. And I am going to, I'm putting this on the record here, make it a goal to try and read as many books. Particularly, we are looking particularly for thriller and horror because I really want to dive more into both of those genres and read as much as I can in maybe in the month of February. We'll see. We'll see if we put a time limit on it, but just that's the plan. So let's see what we can find. Okay, we are going into the purple room, well, and then the gold. We'll see what they have added to the witchy section. Any new merch? Check out the horror, the thriller, all the things. Mildly tempting. Yes, I know I need to finish reading. Don't come at me. I know these things. So here is all of the Fourth Wing merch. I think a good bit of this is, yeah, out of print. Got that right there. Wing leader. You know I'm not wearing that color. The mug is cool. A dragon mug, that's cool. I think this one's my favorite. Gorgeous. It's not weird at all. And then this mug, but it looks like they have a whole alchemized section, which I need to read. Okay, she's on my list. Here is their whole alchemized section. I'm digging it. I'm digging the dragons. You know I'm digging these dragons. Got like a tote bag. I think this one's my favorite. That is cute. It sure is making me want to read this daggone book. We have a little pin, and I am quite tempted to get this bookmark. It's gorgeous. I could use it on my book. Stickers. I like this section. Look at the pages on that. That's cool. That's what I'm talking about right here, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. They do their displays really well. They always catch my attention. Make me look at things I have not looked at. There are a number on my list. Also love their little notes and staff picks. It's what pulls me in too. Okay, I have a few of these. I feel like I knew this. Did you know this? I forgot that the hotel is here in Oregon. We've come to the truth of the matter. So the outside of the Overlook Hotel, I love The Shining, what's wrong with me, was filmed in Oregon, and I have contemplated, does that mean, was the maze legit? Okay. I'm easily convinced. My coworkers were talking about it. That's when I was like, oh, that is here. We should go there just for the outsides, you know. Totally worth the money of renting a car, you know what I'm saying? This might be one new one that I get. I'm gonna try this. Every time I've been seeing it, it's like really caught my eye. I've not read anything by Scott Leeds. What else they got here? Is this a debut situation? It's such a cool cover. Don't even know what it's about. We've read Joe Abercrombie. Abercrombie. I like him. Do I get this one just for the name? What do you think? I think I've seen this cover. So I have read Interview with the Vampire, I think when I was a teenager. But I don't know that I ever read like Princess Stott or any more by Anne Rice. So I feel like I would need to reread Interview with the Vampire before reading those. But I kind of want to read all the things. So, but I kind of want a cool edition of that. Kind of want a lot of things. So this book, Peter Straub's been on my list for a long time, mostly because Ghost Story is said to be like one of the scariest books. But I mean, it's called The Hellfire Club. I feel like I need. It's totally about Stranger Things, right? Move on to the mystery thriller. Now, I'm not looking for your cozy mystery. I might get into that at some point. I'm looking for more of a thriller, to be real. So from the beginning. Normally I have like exactly what I'm looking for, and right now, because I'm just trying to be in frame, immerse myself in authors and genres I've not been reading as much and want to. I just kind of am grabbing whatever sounds interesting. It's a new method. Well, apparently mystery and thriller get a lot more stacks than the horror. So, this is an author that pops up a lot. Oh, I like the green. Are they all green? That's cool. So basically what I've been doing, putting you on a bookshelf, okay, is like when I haven't tried the author, just looking up rankings on the internet and just seeing what's the most common one as people's favorites, not reading reviews or anything like that. So let's do that for Lucy Foley. All right, we're off to the purple room. What's the purple room? Metaphysical. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Meta-blah. Oh, is this where my, this is where my witchy, merchy section is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, because the coffee's over here. I could use a coffee. We always stop for the cats. We do have like a few of these. I have this one, but I think I have it in hardcover. I wish I didn't, Got the merch, the kitty merch. Now the thing is, I do have a lot of puzzles, but they're mostly Harry Potter, so I'm allowed to get more. I'll box this one. And I've been tempted by this, but I'm also looking at another Dracula one, but I do think it looks fun. I think the Frankenstein one is cooler, but I don't see that one here. It's like a Halloween-y kind of, it's got like Dia de los Muertos, yeah? Vibes? A little black cat. It's cute. Kind of fun. The ghosts. Very old-fashioned, spooky shop. I do love New York Puzzle Company. Rating it well. The pieces, like, they fit really nicely together. All right, we're going to YA. All right, you know I gotta check the cat section. Can't help myself. Cannot be helped. All right, we've looked. The horror candle. I regretted not getting it, so we're gonna get it. I mean, it's on theme, you know what I mean? It also smelled really good, so we're gonna get the shaker right now. Wait, does that mean there might be some up in that section? Is there? You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Why the yellow though, Maddie? Why do you have to do the yellow? I think these were ones I was looking at. Are these the ones I was looking at? They are. Which one would I want? I feel like that one. I mean, they have a regular Plague Doctor keychain. Cheaper even. I don't know, I kind of like the ghost one. But will I get it? I feel like I have to show this. That is like next level creep. Look at this. Creepy. Okay. I think we're done. We got us a lot of goods here. And that's not even including Barnes & Noble. I have a lot to show you. So I'm now going to turn it over to Barnes & Noble. I didn't do any of this. So just lots of little clips. And then we will come back and I will show you all the books I got, all the spooky books I got. Welcome back to another day and the end of the very, very big shop with me, whatever the heck we called it. We did all the places and I got all the things. So I have a lot to show you. We have Powell's right here. We have Barnes & Noble right here. And just trust me, it keeps going. We've got Amazon right here. So, like I said, this is okay, there's a couple fantasy in here, but it's mostly, and a few merch things. I'm going to show you those too. I'm excited for them. But this is mostly a thriller and horror haul because I have, look at my channel, look at me. Why have I not been reading thrillers and horrors as much as I have? Why have I not been reading as much? There are reasons. That's going to change, okay? I'm making it change. But it's just the genres that I feel like called to me. Fantasy still does, but I have a crap ton of it, so there wasn't really a need for more. So let me show you. I'm not going to go book by book, but I will make sure you can see them all. So let me just off camera sort these suckers. Let's do merch. So the one thing that I did get at Barnes & Noble, it's a magnet. Okay, let me show you. Is this Mothman squishable. So I have an Amazon wish list. It's always linked in the description. So if you're curious what I'm eyeing out there, at least on Amazon, I have a Pinterest board for everything else. There have been a number of these I've been adding. I think this says it's the mini size. I don't know what the bigger size looks like, but they're in different colors. And this one was so pretty. But it was unavailable on Amazon. So when I saw it in Barnes & Noble, I was like, I'm getting it. Look at these eyes. It's so floofy. Then we got the little fates down here, but the wings, it's got, sorry, let's get my hair here. A moon, she's getting into things. And stars, and I didn't realize it's a magnet. So, boop, look. When it wants to hide from the world, like all of us do, especially as of late. So stinking cute. This is going to go in the downstairs room. I think the eyes, are the eyes my favorite? I don't know. I like these bits here. I just like the whole thing. I just think I feel so this one's a deep blue. It's a deep blue purple. I feel like that color always looks just so striking with black. A lot of things do. Okay, so there's that. That's the only merch at Barnes & Noble. And then Powell's, I did get the Plague Doctor keychain. I could have gone the route of the mystery, but there was really one or two that I wanted, and I just, honestly, I don't know. I feel like when things get too colorful and I like them, I do use it and then I eventually don't. So I was like, let's just not. And then I got 2 items from that alchemized section, even though I was kind of tempted to get a few more things. We had a good bit of credit, you could probably tell from what we got, and we wanted to spend the whole bit, and we did the maths, and we were off by $1, so I have $1 on my credit. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit nervous. Just a lot of layoffs going on at Powell's. Please, Powell's, go support your independent bookstore, all the things, so that they don't cease to exist. And Amazon is the only place to be buying things. But I wanted to get more, but because I have not read the book, it seemed a little, maybe not a wise choice until I read it. But I did get the bookmark. I feel like you can't go wrong with the bookmark. I thought it was really pretty. I just thought the art on the cover, I need to see who did this art, is really, really striking. So it just says the same thing on both sides. And then I did get this out of print bag. I have a bag like this. It is it's a Hermione one about the library. I forget the quote exactly, but I was okay with this because I love this saying. I like the other sayings too, but I don't have the context of the story. But this saying could stand on its own, and I just love the idea of a rose in a graveyard. And there was something that I needed a bag for, and I don't remember what it is, so it will come to me. I forgot there is one more piece of merch I got, and I did show it to you. It is the horror story candles. So the candle company is Novelly Yours Candles. So it looks like, I think there were a couple others that were, that by them, but it just I smelled it. I smelled it last time, Dark Woods, Cranberry, and Blood Orange, and it smells so good. And I also just think it would look cute on the shelf with all these books. Let me just show 2 fantasy books that we did get, because we were a little ways away from spending the whole amount and decided to kind of treat ourselves on a new book. Because man, the struggle of supporting independent businesses when places like Amazon are just undercutting them significantly. Anywho's, so he picked out one that I've actually seen a number of people rave about as well. She's in the title. The Raven Scholar. So pick that one up. And I plan to read that too. I am going to be diving quite deeply into thriller and horror, so it'll probably be a hot minute before I get to fantasy. I don't know, we'll see, because this one's also brand new. And I thought this cover was just striking. How do you actually say it? Anathema? Anathema. I thought the cover was really, really striking. It is like the deluxe kind of edition. So got the sprayed edges and yeah, like the glossiness, and then the story sounded cool. I don't do a lot of the romance. I did love Fourth Wing. I will get back to it. So that is your romantasy, extent of the romantasy for me. So this is a little bit diving into that, but it sounded like it's a little bit heavier in the fantasy kind of lore, which I appreciate because I don't want full-on romance. Okay, let's now, actually, no, wait. This is a kind of a separate category, is manga. So I've never read manga. I have one manga, and it is this series, and I intend to read it. It's just up on my side table in my bedroom. And it is The Girl from the Other Side. So here is book 2, if it's not clear why I'm drawn to this. She's in the art, she's creepy. I can't really recall exactly what the story is, but just art can really grab me. So I got books 2 through 3 because I already have 2 through 4 because I already have 1. Because I just have a feeling, and I was watching somebody else who seems to have some similar taste in reading say this series was their favorite of the year. So I felt like that was high praise. Now, actually, let me do these separately. We have kind of like classics. So I did get, this one's been on my radar. Do I already have some Edgar Allan Poe books? Yes, I would have to go through and see, because you know that he's a very prolific author, so there's a lot of collections of this and collections of that. So I have some that are different collections. I don't even know if I have a complete collection, but I'm not gonna lie, I got it for the cover. I got it for the book, and it was in the bargain section. So I wanted it last time, but all the bargain options, there was a reason they were a little bit dented. So $12 for that. And then I did get these 2 classics. So Dracula, this is actually my first copy of Dracula. I've never read Dracula. I would like to. I started it some time ago, and I was like, oh, okay. I need to like really prepare myself for sort of the era of writing that this is. And then Frankenstein. And you might recall, I've already got Frankenstein. I got the like movie adaptation one of it, but I just thought this cover was really cool. And it's like a, yeah, soft cover situation. And then lastly, let me take it out of the plastic of this section. I picked this one up. Stranger Things, the collection. So I wasn't actually 100% sure what is going on in here because it doesn't say on the outside. Here are the end pages there. Pretty cool. But what it has are 2 books. So we have Darkness on the Edge of Town and Flight of Icarus. Those are the 2 books in there. So I don't know. I don't know where they land, but it was like part of the whole deal. And he also got a lot of books, so it's not going to look like quite as much, even though it's a lot. And if you're curious what books he got from, you know, all the places, mostly Powell's, a little bit from Amazon, come join the Discord group. I will make sure to share there. And lastly, we have the thrillers and horrors. And how am I showing this? Okay, I think we're going to have to sort these. All right, let's just get these out of the way because I read one Riley Sager book and I loved it. And I was gonna say, like, I think I said it kind of got me back into reading, but then work took me out of it. So, but it just was really, really enjoyable. And I know at least one of you also read it and enjoyed it. So I knew I wanted to read more by Riley Sager. So these are the ones that I picked up. We have Survive the Night, Home Before Dark, and Lock Every Door. So mostly I don't really read reviews per se. I will sometimes look up and see kind of what the average is, because for me, if it is a little under a certain number, I feel like that's a little telling of the general consensus. And it doesn't mean I won't read it, but it's not going to be as high on the list. And then another author. So what I kind of tried to do, because I am immersing myself in two genres that I have not really read a lot, but really should have, okay, up my alley, is to try and, so I was like looking up top lists. I have recommendations that I've gotten from watching other YouTubers, and just like picking either some of the most recommended, like the spookiest, we'll get into some of those, but also kind of just like picking a book, like some really popular, known writers in these genres that have sort of kind of nailed it per se. So for example, Nick Cutter, I have heard a lot about The Troop. I do have The Troop. So I have a feeling, I think he gets a little bit more in the gore realm. We'll find out. But I figured, you know what, if I like The Troop, then let's get this one as well, because it was also rated well. Okay. Then we are essentially going book by book. Okay. Actually, let me say this one right now. So I was watching Sarah Hawkinson. So she has a channel that is Possessed by Horror. It's mostly movies, but I've been loving it. I actually found her from her sort of other channel, which I thought was her main channel, but it's mostly that channel that is her main channel. But she has started getting into like sharing books. She's been reading books for a while, and she read a number of books that were people's top suggested to her scariest books ever. And The Exorcist was on there. If you don't know, and I think maybe I mentioned this, I was obsessed with The Exorcist when I was young. I don't remember how old I was. I think I watched it when I was 5. I know I watched Aliens when I was 5. I was allowed to do all the things watching wise. And it was like, I think based on a story and there was diaries out there, and I got a hold of them, and I was just like obsessed in reading them, but I never read the book. So I picked up this one. You would have seen the green edition, which is really cool, but I kind of preferred this one more. And I think that one was also hardcover. I do prefer to read trade paperback, and then mass market would probably follow that. I don't mind a mass market because you can just like have it in your pocket, but trade are like the easiest to read, whereas hardcover, let me know what you prefer. I prefer as like a collectible item, although softcover probably. That one's really cool. Okay, and then, what do we do here? This one I feel like might have to be like its own vlog. It seems like it is like, oh gosh, what is the name of that book? It's not a horror book. There has been a lot said about this book, and it seems to be quite a journey. So I don't know if maybe if I do its own video on this one, we'll be doing other things too, but it would be focused on it. And that is House of Leaves. Didn't even flip through it until I got back, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. There's a lot of like varying ways the narrative is presented. So kind of curious. Okay, let's just, what are we just doing? Yeah, we're just going to blaze through this. Actually, I will show you everyone. This one, Mary along with Strange Pictures. We'll have that one over here because Amazon was supposed to deliver that today and it did not. The two of those were recommended to me by somebody when I was at Barnes & Noble. So really, really excited to read both of them. I legit don't know what they're about. I often will prefer to know, but I'm kind of excited to go into these not knowing what they're about. This one, My Best Friend's Exorcism. Does she not sound up my alley? I just thought this is one of the best covers I've ever seen. It's just so cool. It gives like the vintagey vibes, but the reviews have been really, really good. This one was on a list. If you have read any of these, let me know. If you didn't like it, maybe don't tell me because it might like hinder my perception, and I want to go in just excited to all of them and open-minded. But My Sister, the Serial Killer was on a number of lists of like best like horror, or maybe I think it was more best thriller books ever. Same for this one, The God of the Woods. I have seen it on so many people's videos. Don't know what it's about at all. I think I briefly read like the synopsis and was like, whatever, I'm getting it. And then The Devils by Joe Abercrombie is actually one that he picked up, although we both wanted to read this one. I have read, I think, just one Joe Abercrombie book. Do you remember the series of that one? The Blade Itself is the series, and I forget the name of the first book, but
The Blade itself is the first book.
The Blade itself is the first book. Okay, well, The Blade itself, he is a fantasy writer. So I'm getting the impression this one is like kind of fantasy horror. He is a little bit like, okay, I mean, I'm only going off of one book, but he writes his characters so well, and they're so interesting and flawed and just different. And I need a good connection to characters or I'm not engaged in the story. So don't know what this is about at all. Just think the cover's really cool. That's also what will pull me in. And then let's see, this one also was on some top lists and I've seen a number of people read it. Episode 13. This one, okay, I just found out it was optioned for a film. Oh my gosh, who was it that, who's doing it? I was like, oh, that's interesting. 1 second. Okay, I was thinking of the wrong book, but I will show you this one. So I have not read anything by him, but this one has come up. I don't know if it's brand new. I think it maybe is. So much to show you. 2022, not brand new. So no idea what it's about, but these things keep popping up. The one I was thinking of is this one, Incidents Around the House, which has been optioned for a film. And it's going to be called, apparently it's going to be called Other Mommy, starring Jessica Chastain. And it is directed by, hold on, where did I see? Rob Savage, who did The Boogeyman and Host, which I've not seen. That is another thing. We are going to be just like, I'm planning on immersing myself in as much of the horror and thriller in books and movies and TV. So I'm excited. It's been a while since I've read a book before the film. Okay, here we keep going. No idea. We used to live here. We're what is this called now when you're in the flash zone? We're in the flash zone, not the splash zone. Stolen Tongues, that has come up a number of times. Don't know what it's about. What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. T. Kingfisher has been on my radar for a while, but knowing that this is sort of an adaptation of the Fall of the House of Usher, which if you don't know is a Poe book, that did it for me. Okay, How Bad Things Can Get by Darcy Coates. I've seen so many people recommend this book, and I don't think I've read a Darcy Coates book. I do have another one of Darcy Coates, so excited for that. Ronald Malfi, did I say that right? Never read. So I picked one, I looked up like tops, and Come With Me kept coming up on the toppity top. This is one I treated myself to as far as like being a new book and getting it from House, is Scott Leeds' Schrader's Chord. I don't know, just seemed interesting. We might both read that, I didn't know. The House in the Pines was on a list of, I think, top thrillers. Picked that up. Same for The Housemaid. Not read anything by Frida McFadden, I don't think. Same, here we go. Same for Ruth Ware. This one came up, The Turn of the Key, another thriller. That came up on the top of like a Ruth Ware list. And then Joe Hill. I have been wanting to read Joe Hill for a long time, and I never have. So Heart-Shaped Box was again on the top of the list there. Richard Matheson, Hell House. Pick that one out just so I can try him out. That sounded weird. And then, you know, I had to get this title, but also when I Googled it, the reviews, like rating wise, was above a 4. If you're above a 4 and I'm even remotely interested, I'm getting it and I'm going to try it out. So I'm really excited to try that. And then this maybe is the only YA book I picked up. And I picked this one up and this one up, Coffin Moon, because they have a little bit of a theme that might tie into what I plan to do this year in the decor and other things. But that, my friends, is the biggest bookshop and probably biggest haul we've ever done. And like I said, if you want to see what he got, come join the Discord group. But until next time, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.